Hi, I'm Rabbi Jacobson. Welcome to Meaningful Mondays, where we answer your personal questions. The question for this week is, I have some social issues. I have a hard time relating to other people. I don't know how to start conversations, and I feel like I have nothing to talk about with other people. It makes me feel like an isolated loser, and I need help. It's critical that you not allow your attitude to magnify and accentuate the problem. So sometimes some of us, for example, are not conversationalists. Or like in this case, someone may not feel so social. But to start beating yourself up because of it often creates a bigger problem than the original problem. Because then you get demoralized, you get depressed, and then you don't even have the strength to fight the issue. So it's critical to do this in two stages. Half of a cure of any problem is awareness of the problem. And the second half is going in with a positive and optimistic attitude. Once you've identified this is the issue, let me deal with it. Any type of issue that makes you stand out, makes you feel isolated, makes you feel lonely, makes you feel different, allow that to demoralize you, then the problem becomes far harder to deal with. So let's distinguish between the two. If it's objectively true that you have social issues, how do we determine that? You have to ask some people that care about you. It could be family members, it could be friends, it could be people you trust. Find out, do you really have social issues, or maybe it's in your head? Maybe you've just not been accustomed to dealing with social situations. Maybe your parents are loners. Maybe for some other reason. I know somebody who would avoid going to parties, simply one thing, because they were afraid they would stutter. They actually didn't stutter that much, but they did once or twice, and very embarrassed, so they just avoided it to the point they became loners. Or is it true that you do maybe have a certain introverted personality where you thrive more reading a book, being alone? So it's critical to establish what is the true status and objective status of your situation. If it's established that you are not that social, so don't beat yourself up. So what? Some people are party animals, some are not. There are many strengths that a person has. Can be more introspective, someone can be more insightful. Nobody is a pariah. So if you can see yourself positively, you have to look at your personality, identify what it really is like, accentuate the strengths, and if you do have a weakness, we all have weaknesses, don't beat yourself up. So the feeling of isolation because you're different is not appropriate. Why don't you see it like that? Maybe you're unique. And you need people who reinforce and give you that type of confidence. Obviously, if you're going to hang around with people who criticize you and laugh at you, it's not exactly going to help the situation. So the key here is to divide this into parts and recognize what exactly is the issue. Is the issue with what you're like? Is it how you feel about yourself? Is it how the people you're hanging around with and what attitudes they have? If you can divide this, you're far easier to find a solution to the issue. Some people who are extremely internal have achieved unbelievable things in life, and some people who are extremely social have been very destructive. No one says that a social party person is necessarily the best type of person. Everything has its role, and we have to have times where we are more introvert and sometimes where we're more extrovert. Thank you for watching. I welcome your questions. Have a meaningful week.